Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Demirola Media, and we just wanted to wish you a very happy holidays and a very Merry Christmas, even though it's a little belated. But we also wanted to give you guys, a content mixed with this, with our wishes. And so, this will be the first episode of 5 Minute Rundown, where basically we will just give you various, various news articles, various pieces of news that we found to be interesting, and we will just give them to you. And here's the stipulation, though: we only have 5 minutes to give you these news, so it will be interesting to see if we can get every single piece of news out, or if we'll have more time. And yeah, that will be definitely interesting to see what we will do if we have more time. And I need to fix this hat. All right, there you go. So I'm going to start my timer, and let's go. And tell us down in the comments what you thought was the most interesting news. So let's start. All right, clock started. So our first piece of news is coming from Theranos. Elizabeth Holmes, who was the founder of the now fraudulent company Theranos, has been found guilty of fraud and conspiracy with 2 counts of each. So she, according to a an expert lawyer who has been following the case, she faces up to 80 years in prison, except he thinks that the maximum sentence will be unlikely. In a case where there was 8 male juries and 4 female ones, there was 32 witnesses, including Elizabeth Holmes herself. And this trial is now notorious for showing the sad reality and the fakeness and blind lucrativeness of Silicon Valley, and what was arguably one of the biggest corporational scandals of all time. Moving on to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre has paid $50 million and that fee will increase to another $50 million after a year in his ugly divorce battle with his soon-to-be ex-wife Nicole Young. Andre Young, which is his real name. He will, however, get to keep all 7 estates, with 2 in Calabasas, 1 in Malibu, and 4 in LA. Will retain his master recordings, trademarks, and interest rights to financial trusts and partnerships, and their stock in Apple. So many people are considering this to be a fair trade, considering that Dr. Dre literally gets to keep every single one of his assets in return for $100 million, which again is no small fee, but considering that Dr. Dre is definitely well off, most people consider this to be a fair deal. Amazon has been caught under fire after an employee posted a TikTok post urging people to refrain from purchasing their beverages or groceries, claiming that the machines that package the foods cause accidents which spill onto machines, other packages. So he also basically claimed that the robots and the machines that package these goods package every single good with the same amount of care and with the same amount of how would I say this, urgency shown. So basically, a toy and orange juice are shown the same case. So he says that it is almost guaranteed for these to spill or break onto other goods. And Amazon has recently been under scrutiny and fire for cries of worker abuse. There have even been claims with some workers claiming that they are discouraged from taking bathroom breaks, which, if true, is obviously not only immoral, and that is considerably inhumane. So it will be interesting to see how multi-billionaire Jeff Bezos will respond to his latest corporational and industrial hurdle. Sean Hannity is our next topic of discussion, as the January 6th committee has revealed texts that Fox News host, Sean Hannity has written Donald Trump, or had written Donald Trump texts where he voices concern about the next 48 hours. Obviously now it's it's been over a year, but during the capital raids, which show that he held direct knowledge about Trump's strategy and his failure to concede. Although we here at Demirola Media support and respect all political affiliations and beliefs, one cannot argue that it is somewhat interesting or even suspicious for a news coverage host that can be considered exposed to the mass public, albeit sort of notorious for obvious political preferences, is a direct advisor to the former president. Again, I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but obviously this is kind of raises some eyebrows, and what is undoubtedly the most interesting and peculiar case of our host. A South Florida man by the name of Valesky Barossi has been charged of 5 counts of wire fraud, 3 counts of money laundering, and 1 count of aggravated identity theft after using millions of dollars, 4.2 to be exact, from COVID relief loans to purchase goods such as a Lamborghini Huracan Evo, Rolex and Hublot watches, suits from Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and Chanel. So he is actually facing 132 years in prison if he is convicted, and obviously nobody is surprised that the man who is doing this is from Florida. Well, we stopped the time. That is our coverage for today. We are actually well underneath our time. For our first episode, we can still learn from our experiences, so we know that we can fit in one more article like this for the next time. We clocked in at 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Let us know if you enjoyed this, and let us know what you think was the weirdest or most interesting case. Thank you for watching. All right, bye.